Jimmy was not a rapper then.
Right.
He was your man, like on the side, like on the side, just he was not a rapper at all.
Right.
So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mace be that, and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you gotta watch and see how he responds. They'll complain, but these got a good life, man.
Oh, shit.
Got a really good life.
There's no complaining over here.
Yeah. Lloyd Banks is very upset that this nigga has all his money. He has all of his money. Look at
When 50 Cent starts breaking down loyalty, it feels less like an interview and more like a therapy session for hip-hop. He's not just talking about money or fame. He's dissecting how success breaks people from the inside. 50 says he saw it happen with G-Unit first. One man gets his moment, the energy shifts, and suddenly the crew that used to move as one starts moving in different directions. But this time, he's pointing that same lens at Dipset. Cameron, Jim Jones, Joel Santana. They had the movement, the city, and the style. But when Ballin' hit, everything changed. 50 said that moment Jim Jones started taking off reminded him of Lloyd Banks. Same hunger, same spark, but also the same tension. You can tell he wasn't throwing a shot. He was studying the psychology behind what happens when one man's time finally comes. Now I'm about to play this clip for y'all. But before I do, I just need y'all to like, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
So we had like a legend, for the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show. And I'm like, so I'm sitting there like,
I was like,
it's just kind of smoke. Cause I wouldn't have thought about reaching out to Yayo or Lloyd Banks. I'm like, niggas going public with this?
I'm like, yo.
What was your thought process behind saying, yo, you know what? Fuck the songs. How did this work?
Let me say this. Look,
how'd it go?
I was there. I'm in your horse and carriage video. I'm in the pool.
What? You know what? You told me this.
Your horse and carriage video.
You told me this before.
I was in the pool in the horse and carriage.
Wow, that's crazy.
So if you look, like when everybody's there.
Right.
Jimmy was not a rapper then.
Right.
He was your man, like on the side, like on the side, just he was not a rapper at all.
Right.
So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mace be that, and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. Then you gotta watch and see how he responds. And then when you see, he like, oh shit, he really like that. Hey, give me Jimmy. Yeah, tell him we want you at the show, Jimmy. Yo, but that was one of those things I just threw it out and see what. And then when he bit to it, because it was like he was having a moment that not sure that was going to ever happen again at that point. And then he's going, for them, they had records that were, look, I always said it's to certain artists, I go, damn, when is he going to have his moment? Like Fab, I said this to him.
Mm-hmm.
I said, damn, but you really, I think his, what's his name, Cuffing Season was that fun. But it wasn't the hit like that, because it was talking exactly about what was going on at the moment. But the way he brought La Marina and all of the stuff, that was the hottest joint.
What was going on
in that summer.
Exactly at the time. In the
So I'm like, yo, that I jumped on the remix because the record was going without us. Like, so I was like, yeah, nah, I'm
right.
I got you. I do that, and then Like we performed that joint. How many times did we perform that record on tour?
Yeah.
Couple times.
Because it felt like a 50 Cent record to me. Like I was like, this is a hit. Like, but he didn't have like for a lyricist, like a guy that's that intricate. But the writing, he didn't have a full on moment that was like Fab's the nigga, period, right now. Like he had a lot of hit records on R&B artists, like a lot of real hot verses that came, but it was on somebody else's joint.
Right.
It's like, look, Dirk's run is like that. Dirk's biggest records are somebody else's record that he's on, instead of his solo records by himself. Like the solo records make your hair stand up because they're talking some killer shit on there, but the records that really made them a success is usually a collaboration between him and another artist that they're working on. But I was looking, going, when are you going to have that moment specifically? And I know Jimmy was looking at that like it was someone else at the top of our culture acknowledging.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
How you felt when Jim did that shit, Ken?
So it's over.
It's over.
No, because this is what happened. So, like, you know, Fifth had sent niggas to my office with black roses and a little coffin. And I was like, all right, cool. Then I did the video. So I was like, all right, cool, this is cool. I remember this real talk. I was on probation at the time. My probation officer was like, come down to probation or we're going to lock you up on Thursday. I'm like, what the fuck I did? And New York City Intel was there. And New York City Intel said, what's going on with you and 50 Cent? I said, it's some music shit. What the fuck are you talking about? They said, well, it just seems like it's one. I said, yo, he puts people out of business. I got to respond. That's worth everything I love. I told these niggas this. I'm like, yo, the man puts people out of business. You got to say something. Then one officer's like, yeah, he does, man. He does. I said, it's just on me. Y'all going to talk to him? Like, they like, yeah, his flight is late. We're going to have a conversation with him, too. So the more the story is, like I said, Dipset at that time kind of really wasn't on the same page, but it wasn't public, external. Yeah. And I was like, maybe I could fix this shit before it gets out of hand. And that's where my mind frame was at. But then when niggas went on stage, I'm like,
yeah, that was Apollo.
Shit that spun out of your nigga.
It just went out of control.
It is a checkmate moment, which was, I said, this nigga's devious right here. Devious shit right here. But I respect it. I liked it, that shit. I liked it, that shit. Yo,
you gotta figure it out, because collectively, there would have been an issue. At that point, that momentum was there. So you got to look and go, every time, like I would look at it and say, how did I used to study Joe and them? I knew everybody in the background. That guy, the third guy in the back on the corner, yeah, they from Highbridge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I'm like this and that. Like I figured we knew all of them. Like so, if something happened, I could immediately respond to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we was in it was an award show. No, it was Chris Lighty's thing. With Joe and them crews there. Pete and his mans they was going in before us, and they let Joe in and didn't let his people in behind him. And then when I came to the door, I was like, no, you gotta let them in. And it's like yeah, they was gonna let my entourage in, but they stopped a couple guys that was with him. But I'm knowing that this is like Pete and the other one that
Rich, so my Rich, him and Rich.
Nah, not Rich. It was another one. It was he was gonna go. That was
Joe?
Yeah, I think he had a baby by Erica Mena. What was his name?
Oh, I think he passed away.
Yeah.
All right, copy. Yeah.
But he was one of the ones out of their little crew that they knew to go for. And I'm like, you don't want to leave them out here because it's going to leave them off balance.
Right.
If his guys that really got him is not there, he's going to be feeling uncomfortable. I'm like, I got them in. So when Joe looked to Pete and Pete go, nah, we good. It's good. He's like, nah, we good. He said, he got us in. I was like, what the fuck? He got him in, because I'm like, if he was there and uncomfortable or off balance, he might have made a move that made me have to do something. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then that would have just fucked up the whole thing, because we was really there for the right reasons. You know what I'm saying, with Chris and everything. Then
That's what's up.
So cool. It worked itself out.
Let me ask you something real quick before we go. Do you usually work on New Year's? Anyway?
Usually, yeah. I get out. You know, it's
work on New Year's, Christmas, his birthday.
It's no holidays.
Everything, nigga.
No holidays.
It don't stop, nigga.
No holidays.
I be feeling better about. See, yeah, look, when you do decide you want to spend money or do you want to do some shit, just like what? No matter how random it is, it's fine because I've worked
Right.
all through. I've done everything to make it okay for me to be random.
Right.
That's the way I look at it, and then that's why I keep going. And then they'll complain, but these niggas got a good life, man.
Oh shit!
They got a really good life.
There's no complaining over here.
That's
Yeah. Lloyd Banks is very upset that this nigga
Oh
has all
my
his
God!
money.
Here this nigga go.
He has all of his money.
Here this nigga go.
Look at
He's out.
He got to sustain his relationship.
Fifth, man. Yeah, I see. I see your man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. I said, no, I don't know that, but I can tell by your face.
Yeah,
You're
there you go.
Nigga,
Let's stay out of it, bro.
Yeah.
50 crazy, man. Stay out of this shit.
Man, let's keep it 100. What 50 Cent said about the Lloyd Banks effect hit deeper than people realize. Because it's not really about beef. It's about how hard it is to keep loyalty, patience, and understanding in a business that runs on ego. When success starts moving fast, not everybody moves at the same speed. And that's okay. Now, to me personally, I'll always give Lloyd Banks his flowers. He's one of the best lyricists hip-hop has ever seen. The pen game is elite. Punchlines, flow, structure. Banks was never chasing the spotlight. He was chasing precision. He's the type of artist who builds in silence, drops when he's ready, and disappears when the work is done. That's not being ungrateful. That's just being intentional. But here's where people get it twisted. In this game, when you're not loud or flashy, some people assume you fell off or turn your back on the team. That's not always true, though. Sometimes a person just has a different rhythm. I think that's exactly what happened between 50 Cent and Lloyd Banks. Not disloyalty, not disrespect, just two men moving on two different business clocks. 50 a machine. He moved fast, aggressive, always in control. But Banks is more calculated, quiet, and strategic. It's the same story we've seen 100 times in hip-hop. One guy builds the empire and the other one protects the peace. And when communication breaks down, it looks like a betrayal. But to me, that's just miscommunication in motion. That's why I say Lloyd Banks is the Kawhi Leonard of hip-hop. You don't always know what he's thinking. He don't explain his every move. But when it's time to perform, he locks in and delivers. And just like Kawhi, he might frustrate people who want constant energy or updates. But you can't deny the results. He's consistent. He's professional. He's focused on longevity, not the headlines. And I think 50 knows that deep down. Even when he talks about the Lloyd Banks effect, you can tell there's still respect underneath it. He's seen firsthand what happens when success hits a crew with no communication plan. It's like a chemistry test. Fame adds pressure and the cracks start to show. G-Unit went through it. Dipset went through it. Every legendary crew has faced it at some point. But what I like about 50's take is that it's not bitter, it's reflective. He's breaking down patterns that keep repeating in hip-hop. That's what makes this conversation valuable. It's not about blame, it's about awareness. Because when you understand how ego and timing can shift the crew, you start to appreciate how rare unity is in hip-hop. Lloyd Banks deserves respect for standing tall on his own terms. 50 Cent deserves credit for building an empire that gave artists like Lloyd Banks a platform to grow. Both sides play their roles, and honestly, the game's better for it, because it gives younger artists a blueprint on what to do and what to avoid when money and loyalty start mixing. So when people talk about the Lloyd Banks effect, I don't hear that as a diss. I hear that as a lesson. A reminder that you can't rush greatness. You can't control how somebody grows. Some artists want the fame, some want the art form, and sometimes those two paths just don't line up anymore. Because at the end of the day, moving at your own pace isn't disloyalty. It's self-awareness. And in an industry built on noise, silence can be a power move. So let me ask y'all this. Do you think 50 Cent and Lloyd Banks will ever really understand each other again? Or are they just built too different? And in your opinion, can loyalty and independence truly coexist in hip-hop? Or does one always cancel out the other? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.